What's up, everybody? I am Coach Nandy signing in early today. It's 4:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. Um, this is live, so I get a lot of people asking, "Are we live? Are we live?" Right now, as of 4:40 p.m., we are live. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're catching this on the replay, I appreciate your viewership as well. I'm not going to be on long today. Lots of stuff happening in the Carmen and Tay camp. You all know I've been out of pocket for about 4 days. I've been in Savannah. Basically, I considered it a working trip because, I was doing a lot of stuff and posting a lot of things for you all. So much stuff I haven't covered over the last couple of days from, just Carmen and Tay and their shenanigans. So many things have happened. I'm not going to touch on all of them today. Not right now. One of them though, I definitely wanted to talk to you all about. Right. So this is, you don't have to be a teammate or a member or supporter for this particular live. Right. I wanted everybody to sit up and pay attention to what's going on in Florida right now. And I'm going to share a small clip with you guys of what's happening in case you've been, somewhere on vacation or under a rock or whatever today. Florida, the government has been doing the FBI and other intelligence has been doing this kind of an undercover sting of sorts on Florida nursing licenses issued in the state of Florida. Now, if you all recall, just yesterday, don't make me go back and get the clip and show it. Just yesterday, I was on last night. Had I made it home yet? I hadn't made it home. I was still on the road and I was traveling, and I stopped to pull over because it was raining so hard. And I took you all along with me. Those of you who tuned in and tapped in, you were able to, vibe to the music and drive from Savannah back to Atlanta with me yesterday. Anyway, I digress. Yesterday I was saying that Tae doesn't strike me as a nurse, right? Now, as many of you know, and if you're new to this channel, again, welcome. I've been working in healthcare my entire professional career. I am not a clinician. I was going to go to medical school, but I opted out of medical school. I knew that I could make just as much money or more in the medical field than most doctors, not most, but many doctors working on the operational side of healthcare, the administrative operational leadership side of healthcare, making a lot of rules and policies for the doctors and nurses, etc. Breaking down silos. We're not going to get into that right now. I work with doctors all the time, every day. And we're in meetings together. They're my colleagues. They're my peers. Okay. In these meetings that we have. So I know a doctor when I hear one, right? I'm not saying you have to be talking, medical jargon to be a doctor, but if you are around a healthcare professional or clinician long enough, they're going to say something to you about healthcare or what's going on in healthcare, or something's wrong with you or something. They're going to use their training and their background, their skill set, their education. I've never heard Tay ever use her education on her platform ever. I mean, Carmen was going through it. She was very ill. I've never seen her make her some type of, a supplemental smoothie because the weight was just falling off of her. I've never heard her give her any kind of medical advice. Give you all her rose goldies if you're watching. I know you are. You're in the bushes. And Tay, I know you're watching too. Tay, I've never heard you give anyone any type of clinical advice at all. And you have a nice sized platform. So for you not to be using your education, skills, training, and background to better those who are following you, whom you love, etc., what are you really doing with a license? So I was saying yesterday that I don't see Tay as being a license. Who gives up a degree, a BSN? And we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you her nursing licenses in all the states and etc. Yes, I had already done this several months ago before I even started this page in my small group, but I couldn't really find that information. So I went and did some additional digging, and I have it. I'm going to share it with you guys. I just don't see Tay as a nurse. She doesn't strike me as an intelligent, educated nurse. She doesn't. I just don't see it. I'm not saying she's a dummy. I'm not saying that, but her vocabulary, her focus of conversation is always materialistic. It's always about something that has zero value, zero educational value, all of that. So, sorry. So, lo and behold, today I was minding my business. I was working, and you guys started sending me stuff in my inbox about this big bust that they made about fake licenses coming out of, excuse me, let me qualify, fake nursing licenses coming out of the state of Florida. Let me take this down so you guys can see me, then I'll put it back up. Okay. So behind me, that's the this is a nursing class, nursing school. People are in nursing school in this nursing class. I'm not the smartest person in the world, right? I'm definitely not the dumbest person in the world. Okay. And not just that, like, it's just always been something about Tay that just if I put my finger on it, I'm sure my finger will be dirty. Right? I just never could really. Did you see a live yesterday about Carmen's stolen truck? One topic at a time now. All right. Yeah, I am going to talk about the stolen truck, but not right now. I'll be talking about that later in the in our private group, in our lounge, in our homeroom. All right. I just hopped on to tell you guys about this and show you some stuff that I found, which I consider to be very interesting. Yeah, Tay, I've been around lots of nurses. Nurses report to me. All right. Doctors, some doctors have dotted lines to me over the years, and I'm gonna tell you, I've worked with and talked with a lot of them. Never any like you though. Give it all up just to be a gossip. You know what I'm saying? Have a gossip page begging for money. Why are you begging for stars and cash apps and donations and gifts and all these things when you have a coveted nursing degree, allegedly? You know what I'm saying? When you're supposed to have a coveted nursing degree, you online begging for money, begging to put food on your table. That someone adding up. All right, is what I'm trying to say. Hey y'all, I've been a registered nurse for 22 years. I am highly suspicious. Let them know, Stephanie. I've been suspicious from day one. Because baby, let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna jump into it. Like I said, I work with and am peers with, etc. But I have a couple of friends who are physicians. One of my really good friends, he is an ENT. He's an otolaryngologist. He's an ear, nose, and throat surgeon. And I'm not saying he walks around like he's a surgeon, like on these airs, but because he's very down to earth. But if you speak with him, you're talking to him, at some point in time, he's going to advise you about something clinical, that may be going on with you or, on in the world or whatever it may be. When you meet him that you're talking to an educated clinician, period. Even though we cut up, we use the N-word when we're talking, laughing between us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you can't do all that. What I'm saying is I never got anything nurse clinical from Tay. I haven't. So let me go over some stuff really quickly. Thank you for that, Stephanie. You've been a nurse for 22 years. I want to say something about your nursing degree, Stephanie, for 22 years. I haven't looked you up because you weren't on my radar, right? But I'm sure you are a nurse. Carmen said to all of us that she never dated a person. I never dated a college graduate before. Oh my God, this is the first time I never dated college graduate. So, we all found that to be very strange because I've not met you, Stephanie. You have reached out to me way before, all this got going crazy. When I first started my page, you had reached out, and I still haven't divulged the things that you've told me because that's just the kind of person I am, right? I respect confidentiality. Not that you even told me to keep it confidential, but you didn't make it public, so it wasn't my business to do so. But for Carmen to sit up there and lie and say she never dated anyone with a real education or anyone who went to college before, I called bullshit on that right away because I hadn't met you, Stephanie, but I certainly heard about you. So, I thought that was highly suspicious, when she got with Tay, in there, this is ridiculous. So let me go over this quick disclaimer, then I want to show you guys a few things, all right? Um, First and foremost, we have a new format, as you all know. It's not so new. We've been doing it for a few weeks now. If you'd like to become a supporter of that movement, I'm not going to cover everything about them on this live, but I definitely wanted to cover this on this live because you all need to be keeping your ears and eyes open about this new announcement of fraudulent licenses in Florida for nurses, for nurses. So if you'd like to join our movement and get all the tea, all the entire full breakdown of everything that's going on as it's going on live, then you can just go over to YouTube, find our page. It's at Teammates. You all know the page. And then hit the join button and pick from one of two subscriber plans. Lots of things, lots of good things going on in that group. So, all right. So let me do the disclaimer really quickly. I have cut this disclaimer down quite a bit. Everything that I, me, you, we say is alleged. It's allegedly and it's alleged. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. Okay. So, I'm not sure why it's doing it's my R is not on there. I'm OCD. I'm type A personality. So anyway, alleged and allegedly, everything that I say out of my mouth, everything that I write, type in, if you are a teammate or a team member, the same goes for you. Every single thing that you say, I say, we say, from the time I start to the time I finish is alleged and allegedly. I don't care if I'm looking at a transcript, which we will be looking at Tae'S transcript today in a few minutes. I don't give a damn. I am still going to say alleged. Everything that I cover is alleged or allegedly. I'm not going to preface everything that I say with alleged or allegedly, but just know that's the filter through which I speak. All right. Also, let me take Stephanie's comment down. Stephanie is Carmen's former wife, if you all don't know that. She left that comment and said she's been a nurse for 22 years and Tae'S always seemed suspect to her. Absolutely. We're also non-discriminatory over here, right? So Carmen and Tae are in a lesbian relationship, as you all know. And Carmen's a card-carrying lesbian, for sure. Put my picture up here. Carmen's a card-carrying lesbian. Absolutely. She's a lesbian. And Tae, I like to call her a thespian. All right. You know what a thespian is? A thespian is a fancy name or term for an actress or an actor. Carmen's a lesbian and Tae's a thespian. All right. Tae's in this. She's playing this game, baby. She's playing the long game. She's playing chess. And Tae's playing chess and Carmen is playing checkers, baby. Okay. And Tae is making all the moves, honey. That settlement amount that she got from Boss Lady, Carmen got from Boss Lady for the business. I know Carmen can't put it in a bank account. I'm not even going to get into that too deep. This is conversation again for the lounge and for supporters, but I will touch it lightly. That money that Carmen's have gotten for the buyout of that company. She's not going to put that in a bank account with her name on it. Why would she do that? The government's after her. She hasn't paid taxes ever in her life. Okay. And she herself said that she sold millions of bottles of seasonings over the years. How much money that is? That's a lot of money. And to not pay taxes on that, the IRS will definitely throw your ass in prison for a long time for stuff like that. And she, not only does she hasn't paid taxes, you know, her Google money is held up. I've been speculating this. We all have been speculating this for quite some time. I know I have, because I'm like, how the hell does this lady have, if she makes $80,000 off of Facebook alone? Look what kind of bags that I'm working up to getting. All right. Anybody deserve $80,000 a month? Damn it, it's me. Okay. Not Crook the Took and damn 2-Bit Tae. No. I'm kidding. I'm serious, but I'm for real. So the government has some money on a chokehold. I'm like, how are you making $80,000 a month from doing what I'm doing, from being, you know, being a so-called influencer with these Google recipes, and you're broke? I always wonder where her money was going to. Like, you can't smoke that much coke. What do? You sniff coke and you smoke dope, right? Yeah. You can't sniff that much coke. You can't smoke that much crack. You cannot drink that much alcohol. As much money as she makes, you can't even gamble that much. I don't. No, all the money. I always wondered where it was, and now we know that the IRS and the FBI and whomever else, they have it in a chokehold. She can't even get her Facebook payout money. That's why she's sending everyone over to Tae'S page so that Tae can show the videos and Tae can get the money. And guess what's happening when Tae gets the money? It's going into Tae's bank account. I also think that money that she got from the payout, she's not gonna put that in the bank. Yeah, come on, stop. Because the IRS has levies on her bank accounts, so she's gonna put it in Tae's bank account. And now Tae got all the money. Tae got the bag for real. All right, Tae even in it's from the dickhead, which means from the beginning. All along, that was her whole thing, was to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Get to Carmen's bag. Now Carmen got all these deposits going into Tae's account. In my mind. All right, in my mind, she got all the money going into Tae's account, and that's why Tae is getting even more arrogant and cocky on video with Carmen. At first, she was all coy and demure. Oh, can I have a sandwich? You gonna make me a sandwich? I like a sandwich. You went from that to no, I didn't. This is literally how she was acting the other day when Carmen caught her deleting her customer. Yeah, last night was it last night? The night before last. Carmen caught her deleting followers. Tae on the phone. How the hell you on the phone and you're in a phone conversation, but you're on the phone, which is where your attention should be, but your eyes are all scanning the screen. Y'all know how she does. Her eyes are scanning the screen, looking for comments to delete. She found one while she's on the phone now, and she went and deleted that person. And Carmen sitting there like she was scared to talk. I'll be damned if somebody make me scared to talk. I will be damned. Okay. Especially nah. So Carmen's sitting there like, don't delete them. I'm not. I did not. Oh, gangster, and I mean Tae's the thug. Tae is the stud in the relationship. All right, I've already said this. Y'all know how I feel. Tae is the stud in the relationship. She wears the boxers. Tae. All right. Tae, listen. Anybody that's been married 5 times, okay, these motherfuckers are playing a game. Like they try to get all they can get and move on to the next person. Anyway, listen, that's I just want to let you all know how I felt about this relationship between Carmen and Tae. These are kind of game. This is the kind of things that's happening right now. Tae has the money, all this money, $230-something thousand from the buyout, and then whatever money's coming in from Facebook. So Tae's sitting real pretty right now. Tae's real comfortable right now. Tae's real cocky right now. Tae's real arrogant right now. Tae's real chatty and talkative and boisterous and thuggish right now. All right? Yes. That's from a stud to a thug, baby. Yeah. All right? So anyway, we're not discriminatory. I said all that to say these two are in a lesbian relationship. One's a lesbian, one's a thespian, but it's still a lesbian relationship. And we don't discriminate against the LGBTQIA plus community over here. I'm a New Yorker. No matter what the hell you heard or what you think, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised. All right. And I've been around thugs, studs, killers, dealers, white people, Asian people, gay. I mean, I've marched in the gay parades with the gay people on Pride Day. So I donate to their causes. I will definitely cuss you out if you're around me. You're disrespecting one of them. All right, I'm down for the community. All right, I'm not part of it, but I'm down for it. All right, I'm down. I'm with the shits for y'all. All right. So if I say something like Carmen's a lipstick lesbian or a pillow princess, just know I'm not slurring the entire alphabet community. It's the LGBTQIA plus. I'm just talking about Carmen and Tae. If I call somebody a punk or sissy, just talking about them, not all of y'all. And then finally, hold harmless. I'll just be real brief with this one. We have Clinic Corner, part of our new program as a member and a supporter. So if we have a clinician come on next week or whenever, and they give you some type of medical advice and you do it and you have an unfavorable or, reaction to something, we're not responsible. This is our hold harmless clause. And you need to see your doctor and let them lay hands and eyes on you to really, really get the care that you need. All right. Enough of that. Let me pull this down. Let me take my face down. All right. So before I show you what I want to show you about Tae and her document and in her documents and credentials and such, I want to play something for you all really quickly. It's a little bit lengthy, but you need to hear it because it's the foundation for which I am setting up this my case against Tae and what's going on with her. So let me share my screen with you and just watch a bit of this. I won't play the whole thing, but you do need to hear this. Hang on. Somebody said, I'm not gonna get into the comments right now. Y'all some wild people. Y'all some wild girls in the comments. Let's see. Hang on a second. Hold on. Take this down first. Yeah, be nosy. All right. Here we go.
Well, good morning. Thank you for being here today. As I, along with the representatives from our agency partners, announce the results of Operation Nightingale. It is a broad and coordinated law enforcement operation that, as its name might suggest, took aim at harmful fraud that affects public health in connection to one of the most cherished and trusted professions. That is nursing. Well, healthcare professionals play an important role in somewhere in the United States.
Sure what.
Well, good morning. Thank you for being here today. As I, along with the representatives from our agency partners, announce the results of Operation Nightingale. It is a broad and coordinated law enforcement operation that, as its name might suggest, took aim at harmful fraud that affects public health in connection to one of the most cherished and trusted professions. That is nursing. Well, healthcare professionals play an important role in our public health system. We therefore expect our healthcare professionals to be who they claim they are. Specifically, when we talk about a nurse's education and credentials, shortcut is not a word we want to use. When we take an injured son or daughter to a hospital emergency room, we don't expect, really cannot imagine, that the licensed practical nurse or registered nurse treating our child took a shortcut around educational and licensing requirements. When we entrust the life of an elderly parent to the staff of an assisted living or skilled nurse facility, the last thing we want to learn is that the nurses administering the medications, the ones charged with carrying out the doctor's order, took shortcuts on their clinical training and used fake nursing diplomas to get their licenses and jobs. Unfortunately, thousands of people have taken these shortcuts. The prosecutor and agents here today have worked tirelessly to disrupt this fraudulent scheme. Today, I'm honored to announce that their hard work has paid off. In 3 recently unsealed indictments by a South Florida grand jury and 2 informations filed on my office's behalf by Assistant United States Attorney Christopher Clark, 25 individuals have been charged across multiple states with wire fraud crimes, including conspiracy, for their alleged participation in a scheme that involved the following. 1, that is selling fake nursing diplomas and transcripts to individuals who use those fake credentials to sit for state board examinations, obtain their nursing licenses, and ultimately get jobs at hospitals, skilled nursing facilities, and assisted living facilities. Arrests have been made in Florida, New York, New Jersey, and Texas, and search warrant has been executed in Delaware. So far, we have made 21 arrests and there are two more individuals who are surrendering within the next 24 to 48 hours. Before I go on discussing how this fraud scheme generally worked, I'd like to introduce representatives from the FBI Miami and the Department of Health and Human Services Office of Inspector General Miami, the two agencies whose phenomenal investigative skill and commitment yielded this result. From the two agencies, we have Chad Yarbrough, who is acting special agent in charge, FBI Miami. We truly appreciate the work that you've done in this. We also have Omar Perez Ibar, special agent in charge, Health and Human Services Office of Inspector General, Miami Field Office. Again, we appreciate all the work that you've done in this investigation. You will hear briefly from the special agents in charge shortly. Of course, I will of course introduce Chris Clark, whom I've worked with for many, many years, who was in charge of this investigation from the office. As you can imagine, an investigation of this magnitude required the contribution and collaboration of multiple law enforcement agencies. We therefore received invaluable assistance from other agencies whose representatives also join us here today. It is my pleasure to also recognize Eric Weindorf, Acting Deputy Special Agent in Charge, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, and Gregory Kitsos, Resident Agent in Charge, Department of Veterans Affairs, Office of Inspector General, and two representatives from the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, Miami Region, Juan A. Vargas, Acting Inspector in Charge, and David Arias, Acting Assistant Inspector in Charge. I want to briefly speak with you a little bit about the scheme itself. We obviously would make the charging documents available to you, but the indictments were unsealed last night. Let me give you a brief summary of what you will learn. The defendants who were charged in the indictments and information generally fall into two categories. The first category, basically, the defendants include the owners, operators, and employees of three formally approved and accredited South Florida nursing schools. The schools are Siena College in Broward County, Florida, Palm Beach Nursing School in Palm Beach County, and Sacred Heart Nursing School in Broward County. According to the charging documents, the defendants in the first category, that is the schools, they prepared and sold fake nursing school diplomas and transcripts to nursing candidates, knowing that the candidates would use those false documents to, one, sit for nursing board examinations, secure nursing licenses, and three, ultimately obtain nursing jobs in medical facilities, not only in Florida, but elsewhere across the country. Obviously, the schools weren't doing this for free, right? On average, this defendants charged about $15,000 for a fake nursing degree diploma and school transcript. And the documents falsely represented that the candidates had completed all the hands-on clinical training and coursework required to become registered nurses or licensed nurse practitioners. The fact of the matter, though, is the nursing candidates had done the work for these diplomas. So think of first the schools, right, as the first category of co-conspirators. Now, you needed a different group of folks to actually bring folks to those schools. The second category of defendants include recruiters. Typically, the recruiters were associated with the nursing programs in other states who looked to one of these three nursing schools in Florida for the fake diplomas and transcripts. The recruiters described the fake documents to their students as a shortcut to getting those licenses and jobs. Those nursing candidates who agreed, they each paid about $15,000 for a fake diploma and transcripts. And obviously, they were able to avoid hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of clinical training. Think of it this way. In order for you to become a nurse when you go to school, there are a couple of things you got to do, right? You have to take the coursework. Separate from the coursework, you have to do the clinical part, right? You spend countless hours actually getting that experience. Those, these people didn't go through that. That part was completely skipped by getting the fake diplomas. In terms of the numbers, this was truly large scale. Over 7,600 fake nursing diplomas were sold by these Florida schools from about 2016 to 2022. About $15,000 per diploma. We're looking around at $114 million paid for these documents. We estimate that about 30% of those 7,600 diplomas, 7,600 people who purchased these fraudulent diplomas, practiced nursing somewhere in the United States, perhaps currently. Not only is this a public safety issue, but it also tarnishes the reputation of nurses who actually did the hard clinical and coursework required to get licenses and jobs. And of course, it erodes the centuries-old trust we have built with our country's nurses. The 3 Florida nursing schools involved in this scheme have been essentially shut down. In the FBI and HHS OIG, agents have alerted nursing boards across the country about this fraud. Right now, I want to turn over to the individuals who actually been instrumental in this investigation. Those are the individuals at whom we are not standing where we are today. Let me begin first with FBI Miami Acting Special Agent in Charge, Chad Yover. Please.
Good afternoon. My name is Chad Yover. I'm the Acting Special Agent in Charge here for the Miami FBI field office. This morning, arrest operations were initiated against 23 individuals charged with allegedly engaging in a scheme to sell false and fraudulent nursing degree diplomas and transcripts. As of the start of this press conference, 21 of the 23 have been safely taken into custody, with 2 arranging for self-surrender. In addition to the 3 arrests here in the Southern District of Florida, there were arrests made elsewhere in Florida, plus New Jersey, New York, and Texas. These arrests have been made without incident. Efforts are currently underway to locate the 2 individuals who will be self-surrendering. Healthcare fraud is nothing new to South Florida. We, unfortunately, lead the nation in healthcare case-related fraud that bleeds away billions from taxpayer dollars and its intended beneficiaries. The chief motivation for this type of crime is almost always greed, and that is no different in this case today. What is disturbing about the scheme is the possibility of harm coming to patients under the dubious care of one of these allegedly fraudulent nurses. The focus of our investigation has been on the individuals responsible for issuing these purportedly fraudulent documents, as seen in the arrest today. However, these allegedly fraudulent documents may have allowed nurses to serve in critical healthcare roles. Thus, we've provided the names to the National Council of State Boards of Nursing and state licensing boards in all 50 states, as the boards govern the approval of nursing licenses with their respective states. The state boards are responsible to take any action against the allegedly fraudulent nurses under their purview. I want to thank all the law enforcement agencies who took part in this investigation with HHS and FBI. That includes Homeland Security Investigations and U.S. Postal Inspection Service, as well as the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Florida. Without their collaboration, this would not have been possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, y'all. That's enough. All right. I know that was quite a bit of video to see, but I really felt that you guys should see that, hear that, You know what I mean? And that you should be in the know about what's going on right now. Many of you have already seen it, and some of you have not. So I just wanted to level set and make sure that you all um, we're all on the same page with this, right? So somebody says she's on the run. So listen, thank you, Maya Allen, for becoming a new member, a new supporter. I definitely do appreciate that very much. Let's see. So I want to share with you guys. So just to kind of go back on what they were saying, just to let me turn this down, just to kind of recap some of what they were saying, right? So they were saying that there are schools in Florida that have been, oops, undo, that has been investigated. Have been being investigated for quite some time, and that there are several schools across Florida. They only mentioned three, but there are others that they're also looking into at this time. Um, Quite a few others. And they said that from 2016 to 2022, uh, schools across, not all schools across Florida, and I'm not saying for absolute sure that Tae'S license is absolutely fake. I don't know that. Nobody knows that except for Tae and God and the person who gave it to her. But again, just to recap for the people who weren't on in the beginning, Tay claiming to be a nurse, that never really sat right with me. I work with nurses and doctors and clinicians. They're my peers. Some of them report to me, meaning I talk to them all the time, professionally and personally, on and off the record, a lot of times about a lot of different things. I never got caregiver from Tay. I never got clinician from Tay. I never got intelligent from Tay. All Tay's conversations are surface level and very, very hollow, right? Very hollow, very materialistic. And that's what I get from Tay. She never talks about nursing. And when a couple of times Carrie has mentioned something about nursing, like one time they were in Vegas, she said something and Tay was listening and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that." Yeah, Tay. It's giving false. It's giving false degree. You know what I'm saying? So they just said, the government that has been investigating this, that from 2016 to 2022, 7,600 fraudulent fake nursing licenses were issued across the state of Florida at multiple different Florida schools of nursing. All right. This is very interesting, seeing as how, Tay's from, okay. So Tay lived in Florida. Tay went to school in Florida. Let me show you guys her nursing history, her nursing licenses, and then we'll talk a little bit as I'm showing you about some things that she hasn't done, which she should have done by now. We've talked about this. I've mentioned it several times, but not all of you have heard what I had to say about it. So I'm going to be repeating it. So let me share my screen, not my screen, but let me pull up my report. So, all right. So this is Tae's nursing record. Let me blow it up a bit. Hold on. So if you were looking for this and you couldn't find it, it's because, first of all, you got to know how to spell her name. And then she has multiple last names. So you probably weren't aware of, maybe you were aware of this transcript. It's been out there for months. Like I said, I had a small group, and I know for a fact that we pushed this out like 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. Anyway, the name that she used in school was Costa for her license, for her nursing license. Let me blow this up. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Oops. Let me go back. 1. Okay. So it says on here, this is her name at the top. This is her nursing license at the very, very top. Okay. And then you can see her name is Costa Tanesa. She's an RN, which stands for Registered Nurse in Florida. That's where she first got her license, in Florida. Is it active? Yes. It's unencumbered, meaning she doesn't have any issues or complaints, or she's not suspended. She hasn't been suspended like I was going to do with that 2-year degree nurse that she had talking all kind of shit about me. But I got a soft spot for special people. You know what I'm saying? So I never did send that shit off to Florida, but please know that I can and I will if I have to. That goes for you too, Carrie, out here talking and popping all kind of shit. I thought you was a professional. I thought you were a nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioners don't have time to be caught up in bullshit online, and because they know it's too much at stake. So I was really surprised to hear that you were behind a lot of bullshit, Carrie. You get your license yanked too. All right. Yanked too. So the original date of Tae'S license is the 9/18/2018. So this is right in that time frame of the fake licenses being issued. They just said on that on the press conference that this has been going on from 2016 to 2022. This falls right in line with that timeline, the date that Tae got her license. All right. The license original issue date is 9/18/2018. They were rolling by then with the fake licenses. They were in there real good by 2018 because it started in 2016. Her license expiration date is July 31st, 2014. 2024. I apologize. Compact state, that multi-license. That means we talk about it all the time, but now you all are seeing the compact nursing license is basically a reciprocal type thing, meaning if you're licensed in Florida, other states will recognize you as a licensed nurse, and you don't have to go and sit for the exam and all that kind of stuff because it's a different state. So that's what the compact, in a nutshell, what the compact status is. And it says that her license is, she have multiple licenses, multi-state, and we're going to look at some of them right now. All right, so this is, that's for her RN. For her PN, which is another term for LPN, they say in Florida, they say PN. She got licensed as a PN in 2014, and then her license expired in 2019. That means she didn't complete her continuing education, etc. I want to actually take you back up here for a minute because I want to show you something. It says the license original issue date was in 2018, right? That's 2018. We're going to look at a couple of things in Tae'S educational background. We're going to scroll to that in just a minute. Just remember that date, 9/14/2018. That is the date that her nursing license was issued in 2018. Hold on to that. You don't even need to know the month and day. 2018. All right. It expires in 2024. She got her LPN in Florida also. She had it for a few years. All right, so let's look down. So she's licensed in Alaska. Actually, it expired. Her Alaska license expired in 2022. All right, she got it in 2021. That's when it was issued. That's when she, checked off the box to have Alaska as a state that she wants to work into. Again, they don't have to sit for the license. You can go by reciprocation, right? You can work in a state. So this was in the height of COVID, right? 2021. Yeah. So that's when she started getting a lot of these licenses during the COVID time so that she could be a travel nurse with, going and doing things for COVID. That could be IV, whatever it may be. Anyway, you can see here in Alaska, so Florida, and then Alaska, it was issued in 2021. All right. And she didn't do her CE. It expired in 2022. California. This one is still active. It expires in a few months from now. All right. She got this one in 2019. 19, 21, 22, 23. So she got this one in Florida. Let me scroll down. And then so on and on, right? So there's this page. You have Connecticut. Connecticut will expire soon, et cetera, et cetera. The next page is more licenses that she has just by way of just, checking a box in the system saying, I want to be licensed in the state. That's all it takes, really. So Hawaii, that's still active. You can see license number and active. Yes, it's unencumbered. This one is, let's see, an RN. Illinois, sorry. Illinois is still active. Minnesota still active. New York, this is when she, so in 2020, we were dealing with COVID in 2020. That's when she said, "Oh, let me get one of them. Let me get one of the New York Johns. Let me get licensed in New York too. Let me check this box for New York." And so she got it in 2020, right? You can see it here. It expires in 2023. What year are we in? It expires this year. So that's how she was able to work in New York. She just went in and checked that box and said, "Hey, give me a New York license." North Carolina, this one has already expired. Minnesota, North Carolina, she did this one in 2013, so she would have been a PN. If you look, you can see the license type. If you go all the way to the left, you'll see the name on the license, you'll see her name, and then you'll see the type, PN. So just as I said, she was an LPN in 2013, and she got licensed in California, right, through the Reciprocal License Act. Now they're calling it compact license. You can tell I've been in it a long time because it's been compact for a while, but I still say reciprocal, which is the exact same thing. And then Oregon, blah, 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 blah. Okay, enough of that. So look at this. I want y'all to take a look at this. This is legit. This is the gospel, what you're looking at on the screen right now. All right. So Tae got a license and she graduated school. She got a bachelor's of science in nursing in 2019. So she got a degree title in 2019, a bachelor's of science in nursing, awarded to her on December 13th, 2019. How the hell was she working as an RN nurse in 2018? You didn't get licensed until 2019. You didn't, not licensed, but you didn't get your bachelor, you didn't get your nursing degree, and then took the nursing exam until 2019. How the hell? Let me go back. This information that you're looking at right now is legit. It's the gospel. It's direct as you can get. All right. Y'all know I don't put up bullshit on the screen. If I don't know something or something's not, I don't feel something is true and it's egregiously wrong, I'm not gonna put it up there. I know other people do. Like, yeah, I tried to run with that shit with me. We ain't gonna get into that. But listen, 2019 is when she was awarded a bachelor's of science of nursing from the University of North Florida. All right. She attended there from 2005 to 2019. So she was in it for a long time before she got that degree. But that doesn't matter. As long as you finish, it doesn't matter if it took you 30, 40 years. But she was in there for a long time trying to get it. So if you became licensed to be a nurse, when you get licensed, you become eligible to take the nursing exam, right? How the hell was your license awarded in 2019? And then if I go back to state records, you were awarded your license original issue date 2018. How does that happen? How were you a nurse before you graduated nursing school? How did you present them with a degree for nursing when this is the guy, anybody can look this up. This is not something I typed up, made up. I don't do that over here. You all know how I operate over here. Professionally, I mean, I'm classy, but I'm gonna get in that assy if you do it. But y'all know I'm not just gonna put up bullshit. I don't do that. You got your licensing degree. You became first licensed as an RN. All right, look at the first line on this, the first box in 2018. But hold on, your school have you in there as getting your license in 2019. Huh? How the hell does that happen? I mean, are you fake or not? Because it's giving fake, it's giving fraudulent, and it's giving phony right now. All right. So her major course of study was nursing. And again, here are the dates of attendance. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm telling you about Tae that never set right with me. It's a lot of unanswered questions why someone who went to school from 2020 to 2005 to 2019 and stuck at it that long and stuck with it, which is great, and then got a nursing license, many years later, you want to give all that up to sit home and gossip online? That doesn't make sense to me at all. It's giving fake and fraudulent, Tae. It really is. And yeah, it's giving fake. So let me get into some of these comments. Let Let me get this Rose Goldie out of here. So someone said 15 months later. Let me see. You can also have Stephanie, who's a nurse for 22 years, said you can have a 2-year degree in nursing and sit for your boards. Yes, that's an ASN. Let's see. Hey, coach, if I'm not too late, I'll catch up at the class tonight. She mentioned on her lives that she had multiple degrees before the bachelor level. That's not true either. So what I did find though, because that was Carmen's whole bragging piece. Y'all know Carmen doesn't have any good sense, education, any of that, really. So, and nothing's wrong with that if you're out there and you don't have good sense and education. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Carmen. Y'all know I say that to say because when she's around someone and they have education or they have credentials, she's like, oh, she's a nurse. She's telling everybody in Vegas, oh, this one's basically a doctor. I mean, that's the mark of a person who doesn't have education and you know what I'm saying, and thinks that anyone who has education is a big deal. And that's not true, because I know people with higher educational degrees who are absolute fools. You know what I'm saying? They're nuts and they need psychiatric help. I know people like that. So it doesn't matter how many letters are after your name. That's not going to define whether you're a good person, if you have a good heart or not. It means absolutely nothing in the personal space, right? A professional space, it carries some weight, but okay, you're educated. All right, you got all these degrees, meaning whomever. But what kind of person are you really? You know, are you genuinely kind to people, or are you kind to people because is there something in it for you? You know. So anyway, let's see. Maybe that's the secret her mom know about. No, that's not it. You can have a 2-year degree and be an RN here in Tennessee. You're just not on the bachelor level. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly what we're saying. She already had her LPN, which would be an RN. An associate's, a bachelor of nursing. It's a 2-year degree. That's an RN. But yeah, she didn't have a 2-year degree. She went from CNA to LPN to bachelor's, not LPN to ASN to bachelor's. Right? There are levels to this stuff. But that's exactly right. You could be an RN, which is a 2-year degree, and associates. All nurses are RNs, but generally speaking, when someone says, oh, she's an RN, that usually means she's a 2-year degree nurse, right? And go back and get that bachelor's to become a BSN. You're just not on the bachelor level. Correct. But Tae'S information on this slide clearly says that if you look at the top, it says the type of license is she got licensed in Florida, very first box, as an RN in Florida. And then if you go over to if you go over to when we go over to her school records, it's a bachelor's of science in nursing is what she got. And plus I looked on the I'll show you guys. Let me share my screen with you guys. The Florida Board of Nursing. I looked on that one too. Hold on. See if I can share it with you guys. It shows you exactly what type of license she got in Florida and when she got it. Here, yes. Which, you know, that what I just showed you is just as good. Search. All right, yeah. So this will show you everything. Let me share my screen with you guys. Hold on. All right. So look at my screen. These are the licenses that Tae has had over the years. Okay. So she was a CNA, just as I told you all she was. I click on this. She was a CNA from 2012 is when it got issued through 2015. That's when she was a CNA, right? And then if we go back, we'll see that her next degree, or not degree, you don't need a degree to be a CNA. You go to technical school, LPN too. But I guess she was counting a CNA as a degree, LPN as a degree. That's how she was saying she had multiple degrees, but that's not true. CNA and CNAs are important. So if you're a CNA out there and you're watching this, please know I have much respect for you and everyone in the clinical field, right? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for some of you all and your care and all that stuff. So thank you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Tay right now. So in 2014 to 2019, that's very recent. Well, that's when it expired. That's when she was an LPN, a licensed practical nurse. In Florida, they call them PNs, but it's the same thing. All right. If we go back one more, this is with Florida Department of Health. This is the department that hands out disciplinary actions and all that stuff. So you can see in this one, she had so it was a multi-registered nurse license that she received for this one. The profession is an RN. It's clear and active, et cetera, et cetera. No disciplinary reports on file or anything like that. All right. So, profession registered nurse on this one. So this is the BSN one. It was issued on the 18th, but the girl didn't graduate from college until the 19th. I mean, yeah, that's just facts. All right. So this is all very interesting. And I talk about this in Tay for quite a bit in her education or lack thereof in the nursing space quite a bit. The fact that Tae'S license was issued in Florida and she never went. So if your license is issued in the state that you're domiciled in, domiciled just means that you live in. All right. Tae'S license was issued in Florida. She was domiciled living in Florida at the time. And that's when she got this license before she actually graduated college with the degree. I don't know how that happens. I've been around nurses. I've never seen it. I mean, you graduate from college first with the degree, then you sit for your exam and you become a nurse. How the hell did she graduate in 2019, but her nursing license was issued in 2018? Tae has never gone down to Texas to change her address. I looked up Tae'S Texas license. She doesn't have one in Texas at all. She can work in Texas by way of that reciprocal compact agreement that I was telling you about, but she doesn't have, like, for me, you're not doing anything, Tae. Why haven't you, first of all, changed your address? Her address is still listed as her Florida address for all her licenses. You haven't changed it over to Florida. I'm sorry, to Texas. You live in Texas. Why haven't you? And you haven't gone down to the Texas Department Board, the Texas Board of Nursing to actually get a Texas license. Now, again, she doesn't have to have one to work in Texas. But if I lived in Texas and I wasn't doing shit, I'm going to the Board of Nursing and say, let me get my actual license. I don't want to be compact. I don't want to be, wanted to be a reciprocal thing and y'all just let me work here because I'm licensed in Florida. Nah, let me get my actual license from Texas. Why haven't you done that? You're not doing anything else but sitting around all day playing with dolls during Christmas time, popping big time shit online about all kinds of people, talking about absolutely nothing other than fashion and clothes, not really fashion, but clothes and how much this costs, going Gucci shopping, fake pimping with that Dominican link, because it wasn't a Cuban link, necklace that you bought, Carmen, if you bought, whatever, for Christmas, parading your ass around here, sitting online, blocking people all day long that was followers of Carmen's before your ass came into the picture, sitting up there talking big shit to Carmen. Wow, when she tries to stand up for herself, you shoot her right on down, and she doesn't have a support system to back her up that she can go to, she can vent to, that she can get advice from on how to handle your ass. You made sure that nobody was around for her to be able to do that. That's all you're doing. I mean, that is a lot, but it's all bullshit. Why can't you go down to Texas and get an actual Texas license? You know why? I'm going to tell you why I think. Because Texas is going to really, really look into your background for real. They're going to see all those charges your whole life that you've been doing, your entire grand theft auto, you were convicted. Charges don't mean shit. Anybody can be charged for anything. I can charge every one of y'all on this live right now for doing X, Y, and Z, and it'll show up as a charge. That means nothing. But you were convicted of larceny, okay, and sentenced to prison for 12 months. Prison, 12 months for larceny in Virginia. The only reason that you didn't go to prison for 12 months is because the judge worked out an agreement with the prosecutor. I don't know what you was doing behind the scenes. Who knows? I don't know. We all saw your coochie online. It's been all over, coochie and titties and everything else. You got your sentence suspended. And that just means that, okay, you are convicted. And yes, you're supposed to do 12 months in prison, but we're going to suspend your sentence, make you do community service, this, that, for 12 months. If you have another brush with the law, if you get so much as get a ticket, you're going to do that 12 months in prison. You hopped your ass up and you left Virginia as soon as that 12-month suspension probation was over. All right. You left Virginia, you went to Florida, and then that's where you continued on your lifelong crime spree. All right. And so, this is all very, very interesting. That in the very least, you should have told Texas that you live in Texas now. Why haven't you changed your address? Because Texas is going to do that real report, and they really going to be looking at your license. And if it's fake, like I always speculated, I mean, I haven't always, but I definitely, as of the last week, it's like, they don't strike me as a nurse. And now here comes the press release that Florida has been issuing fake nursing licenses. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tay, I can tell you one thing. If she knew about a fake license, she would have been up on it, because Tay's a hustler. She's been hustling her whole life. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, she's been hustling and out here in these streets for a long ass time. And so has Carmen. And that is why they are a match made in heaven. Yeah, a lot of people like, oh, they ain't good for each other. Yes, they are. They two peas in a pod. They do the same kind of shit for many, many years. Let's see. You guys wanted me to go back over what's going on. I can't do that. You're gonna have to you'll catch up with it. Let's see. So she married 5 men. Now she wants a woman. She sees that was old, so that way she gets her money. The VA doesn't require licensure in the state you are working in. Okay. Does she still have her page? Because I never said her in the Rose Goldies. I'm not sure what the last part is, but yeah, she still has a page. Sounds like she doesn't want someone to know where she's at. That could be. Shopping and eating. That's all she does. Let's see. Everyone's supposed to be licensed in their state. Right. She's not. She's exactly right. She's not in, you don't live in Florida. Tay, you haven't lived there many years. Why the fuck haven't you converted your license over to Texas? Because you don't want to have any brushes with anybody about your license. You want to leave it where it is and get compact agreements. Go get your real license in Texas and come back. Let us know. She said she was not going to change it a long time ago. Okay, well, a call to the nursing board from a few people might prompt the change. You're on it. Someone said Tay has changed so much since she first started out. Now she thinks something is Goldie and don't stink. I used to follow her in the beginning. She was really sweet, like a nurse, as the job she was doing. But Chef convinced her not to go to work. I heard her say it. She didn't have to do much convincing. All right. Let me tell you something. Tay just got licensed. We just saw this a few short years ago. She's been working in the COVID space since COVID has been around. And even when she met Carmen, this is like kind of after COVID, we're in June, right? We're past COVID. COVID's still here, but we're not dying off like we were. Her most recent job several months ago was still working in a COVID space on a contract. Why are you working? Now, contract working and travel nurses, if you're listening and you're a travel nurse, I know plenty of travel nurses. There is really, really, really good money. And during COVID, it was great money. All right. And I understand some people want to be a travel nurse because they're burnt out from working in a hospital, a health system, a trauma center, where you generally get your skill set and experience from, because you see so many different things going through the ER or a trauma center. And that's really how you get your skills up as a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with things and having to think outside the box, etc. Tay never did that. Tay went straight on into COVID nursing, COVID care. And she did that for a couple of years. And she did her most recent contract, one contract, and her most recent contract was in COVID as well. Tay, why can't you go work at the Texas, one of the huge hospitals in Texas? Hmm? Why can't you do that? Why can't you, if you're a nurse, you can go teach nursing. Why aren't you doing something constructive with your license other than sitting there letting it rot while you sit online popping cold cash, SHIT about people and getting information all asshole wrong. Anything you get, you run with it, whether it's valid or not. I don't run with stuff unless I know for a fact that it's valid. And then if somebody comes back and says, well, actually, this is what happened, I'm going to talk about what they said about actually this is what happened. And I want to use my best judgment to, go from there. But Tay, that's not what you and your cronies do. Y'all run with any and everything y'all hear and see like it's the gospel. And meanwhile, your ass is sitting over there, probably, maybe, possibly on a fraudulent ass Florida license. How the hell were you licensed in 19, but practicing in 18? Yeah, you got some splaining to do, Lucy. Let's see. CNAs have certificates. That's exactly right. Drinking sugar-free ginger ale. Someone said, watching the nursing scheme and many arrested on the news now. It's a big deal. Like, this is very, very, very big. Maybe she has an ASN. No, it's listed as a BSN on her record. Wow, that's a lot of years. Listen, sometimes it takes people 15 years to get a degree. And I understand if you are working or you have a child or you have real life things going on, everybody can't get a degree in 4 years. I'm not knocking her or anyone for that. I salute and applaud people, who, spend years and years chasing that dream and then eventually, being able to obtain it. They're called educated fools. Yeah, no, that's the one they tried to say I was. But if you heard me, you would know that my identity got stolen. Let's see. She never completed it. Which they call it internship. She gives them hands-on experiences in the field because she did not complete the program. She completed it. It looks like she completed it. I will tell you. She did complete it. Like she went to the University of North Florida. Let me go back to it and see which one it is. I think it's in Jacksonville. I think. Don't hold me to that. Let's see. Oh, not this one. So she went to the University of North Florida. And no, she did complete the program. I mean, this is the date that her license was awarded, was in 2019. So let's see. They're called educated fools. She doesn't act like a healthcare professional. Again, healthcare professional, there's really no one. I mean, we seen Dr. Simone on Married to Medicine act a complete fool. And Dr. Heavily is a legit dentist, right? And she definitely, she's a doctor, but she cusses like a sailor. If you hear her talk, she doesn't sound very educated or intelligent. Dr. Heavenly. So, people have different sides to them. You have your personal side where you use ebonics, you cuss, use the N-word, and that's all fine if you're Black. And then you have your professional side where you actually use proper diction when you're speaking and, all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't say she doesn't act like I don't know, what does a nurse act like? Because she's not working in a professional capacity right now. But to your point, I still definitely don't get nurse vibes from her at all. She probably got a fraudulent degree. She's a complete fraud. Let's see. Let me go back down. She's a CNA. Somebody, listen, y'all. She's not a C. She's a CNA. Nothing wrong with that. Or maybe LPN. They still have those. Let me go down. Sorry, y'all. VA don't play about medical licenses. while she came into her life and took her down. I feel sorry for Chef. No, don't feel sorry for Chef. Carmen has been doing what she's doing for a long time. We just didn't catch on to it. I always suspected that all that money she was getting, like, well, was she really using all that money to feed the homeless? It don't seem like it. But then when people start cropping up and saying, I didn't get 80,000, I'm missing $80,000 that was donated for me, and she only gave me 5,000 or whatever it may be. As these things start cropping up, that's when we started really looking at Carmen. And this was long before Tay. Carmen's always been like this. She's a hustler. I did see it on that site. Somebody was selling it $5. I don't know what you're talking about. You saw what on the site? She's not a travel nurse. Oh, the paparazzi jewelry. Yes, she modeled with my cousin-in-law. I could see it if she was working for years. Yeah, if she was working for 20, 30, 40 years and she got burnt out, she's like, fuck this. I'm going to latch on to this lipstick lesbian. I'm going to make her think she's a stud until it comes time to, you know what I'm saying, have a debate. And I'm going to put the smack down and let her know who really in charge of this relationship. In my mind, this is how Tae'S thinking. And yeah, she's only been working for a hot minute. How are you burnt out to the point where you don't want to work in nursing anymore? I mean, if you have a fake degree, it's easy to give it up, because if you work for something so hard, you're going to work in that field. You know what I'm saying? You're going to use your degree, your education, your skill set, your talent in that field. If you afford a nursing license, that's no small feat. Oh, this was just a setup. 100%. Stephanie said that she's a travel nurse. Something's not right. My first boss wouldn't hire travel nurses years ago. She offered every overtime. She didn't trust their credentialing process. Some great traveling nurses out there, but I do know that a lot of these all the agencies that travel nurses work for have contracts with hospitals, health systems, clinics, different clinical practices, etc. And the contract company, they're responsible for credentialing the nurses that go through that are working for these hospitals, but through the contract company. They're responsible for credentialing them, which just means verifying their education, their background, their specialty, all that kind of stuff. And then also background reports. So if you are a company, a contract company, and you get paid by the head, it's basically, that's called a headhunter. You get paid by the number of people you have working for the hospital, working for you, through you, at the hospital. A lot of times these companies, they want that money. If a travel nurse is getting big fucking bucks for traveling, how much you think the contract company getting? They getting even more money than that, because that's who's paying you, the travel company, not the hospital directly. So if you're a travel nurse, and you getting $100 an hour, you better know that hospital is paying the contract company $300 an hour. All right. So a lot of times they will look the other way. They'll see a expired license and still let you slide. They'll do a background check and see some shit on your background and still go on ahead and say, yeah, this one's good to go. That does happen. I've seen it happen. I'm not saying all, but it absolutely happens. But then when you start working for the actual hospital, you go to the hospital, you apply online or whatever, that they're going to do their own background check, meaning the hospital, the health system, whatever, the doctor's office, they're going to do their own back. And that's when shit really gets real. Because you can skate through some of these contract companies, but you're not going to be able to skate when you go to corporate. I live in Florida. Tay is involved in this scandal. Okay. Chef and Tay said, you just jealous of her? Said, I'm jealous of them. Why would I be jealous of them? I'm not gay. I don't want Chef or Tay. Cook or Took. What do they have that I don't have? Carmen's homeless. She doesn't have an income coming in. She doesn't have a job. She don't have come on. She don't even have her own real teeth. Jealous of what? People think people be jealous of them when they're in a relationship with someone and you start speaking on it. Nah, nobody's jealous. Stop it. Let's see. so they can make a fake nurse license. Yes, that's what the whole press conference was about. But it took her all those years just for her to say thank you for the stars and quit nursing. Something's not right. I agree. Was her college the one involved? There were many involved. They only released the name of three. There are many others. Well, it's her loss. My credentialing is so much more rigorous as a travel nurse than any staff nurse I've ever had. And I believe that. There are a lot of great companies out there that hire travel nurses, contract companies. So I'm not saying all of them. Address of record, her address of record is Florida. It's not Texas, I can tell you that. Because she's making more money and fast money on social media she learned from Chef. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you get in, when people get into healthcare and nursing and being a doctor, that's because you have a caregiver spirit. You really, really care about the well-being and the health of your community, of the population at large, just in general. Like, you are a healer. You know what I'm saying? You are committed to the craft. So to give it up, to sit online and beg for stars, that just seems crazy to me. You thought I disappeared. I've been back. Facebook suspended my account for 7 days, but I've been back like, what, 3 weeks now? I'm here. I'm definitely here. There's nothing anybody could say that's ever going to make me not be here. Highly suspect, definitely. Stephanie is a nurse. That university is not part of that scandal. You don't know that. They only released some of them. You don't know if it was, if it wasn't. You don't even know if we don't even know if she really went to the University of Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't believe anything that they're saying at this point. At this point, Carmen or Tae. Always been Tae though. Oops. Let's see. I knew a doctor that got into a fight with a patient. That was funny. Stephanie, again, a nurse, and Carmen's former wife. For those of you who don't know, the VA also hires agencies. Oh, why is this up here? Sorry. The VA also hires agencies and or travel nurses. So she was getting her cut for donations. What happened to Carmen's truck? We're going to be talking about that in my in the private lounge later tonight. We have today's Thursday. Is today Thursday? I don't be knowing. Today's Thursday. We'll be talking about that in the lounge / homeroom tonight. If you're not a supporter, I definitely would appreciate your support. You can very, very easily sign up on YouTube. Just go to our page and hit the join button, and I will let you into the Magic Kingdom. Just in case you guys didn't know, since I have like 800 and something people's ear right now, between Facebook and YouTube, let me say this. Tuesday, I had an interview, an exclusive interview with, I had announced it. I didn't want to say who it was with because I didn't want Carmen to be going there trying to antagonize them, interrogate them, intimidate them. So I kept it under wraps and didn't release it until she was actually on the air. I had a great interview with Carmen's dental office. Very informative, very informative. Carmen took great care to try to discredit that office and make it seem like they're, you know what I'm saying, incompetent, inferior because they're in Mexico. They can't get things right. She said out of her own mouth they didn't put the implants in her mouth right, so she was getting them taken out. And so I wanted to give the dental office an opportunity, first of all, to just let people know about the process, right? A lot of people have questions, and implants are not something that's so out of reach for people nowadays, right? It is becoming more and more commonplace. So I wanted her to share that information for those of you who may be interested in getting implants and going down to Mexico. So she gave a lot of assurances on the interview. She was saying that in Mexico, certainly in their office, they use the same AMA, the American Medical Association guidelines, the ADA, American Dental Association. They go by the same guidelines as American guidelines. They adhere to the same when it comes to hygiene and all their entire practice and how the medical piece of it is run. So, and then also I wanted to know all those questions and all those things that Carmen was lying about as far as the money. We found out how much it costs to do. Found out, different things could happen if you don't do X, Y, and Z, and et cetera, et cetera. So it was a very, very informative interview. I just wanted the record to be clear and straight because you trying to mess with a business's reputation, I have a problem with that. So it's a great interview. It is available in the private lounge / homeroom that we have. So again, if you're not a supporter, now will be a good time to join the movement because we're doing a lot of things in there, more beyond Carmen and Tae. They're still part of it, but beyond that. Yvonne said, make it make sense. Boss Lady and Carmen's ex need to sue them for defamation of character from that video on yesterday. Tae fits in with that license scam. She does. I don't know why Carmen's playing with Boss Lady. Like I have her on clip saying how Boss Lady's not shit to play with. You know what I'm saying? She was on a bike saying that. I have it. I played it for you guys not too long ago. She's a boss. So why would you get on camera talking about Boss Lady stole something that she gave you? Freely gave it to you. I'm not going to talk about that right now, though. Let's see. She's an alcoholic. I agree. Cook Carmen is on her way in and out and take in the wedding planner at Gordon Ramsay's. They spending the shit out that money, boy. Chef brought it on herself. Let's see. Hold up. Let's see what Tanisha said. Tanisha said, I thought the screen you showed from Florida board has a date of 9/8/19. The degree wasn't awarded until 12/19. I don't know what you mean. She was working. She got licensed. The Florida Board of Nursing said that she got her license in 2018, but she didn't graduate from school in 2019 is what I'm saying. So hopefully that clears that up. Let's see. Cook Carmen was always trying to get me to quit my job, and I absolutely refused. She wanted me to be financially dependent upon her and be trapped. Wow. I worked full time the entire time we were together, and I believe that. And now, guess who's trapped? Cook Carmen. She's the one who's trapped now. She's the one who Tae's holding all the money. Tae or Rico, one of them. She can't put it in an account with her name in it. Legally, they all her accounts, like the government's looking for her and her money. When she get tired of that fake wood, she gonna go get the real wood. Please know that. Tae's bisexual. We've talked about this. Come on, can we talk? Can we be real? Can we grow up? Let me take this down so you can see me for real. Let me take these comments in this thing down. Tae is a bisexual. She's been married multiple times. I showed y'all pictures of her most recent husband, Mr. Mobley. That's one of her last names that she claims, Mobley. She likes the D. You know what I'm saying? And the rhythmless like Cook has zero rhythm. So I just don't see, you know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. You're absolutely right. I've said this before. You know, when she get ready to be with a man, she's gonna be with one. Carmen's too soft for this girl. Definitely. They both soft studs. I've said this many times. Background checks, oftentimes FBI checks. Is Rico in the wedding? I don't know. Who goes to school for that long just to give it up so easily? That makes no sense at all and sounds very suspect. Thanks, Ms. Epson. Also, thank you for being a supporter. She wanted control with no damn credentials. Let's see. Latanya said the contract companies are just trying to make that dollar. Definitely. And just to put it in perspective, Latanya Robinson, who wrote this comment, she's a follower. Thanks for being a supporter also, Miss Latanya. She is a nurse. She's been a nurse over 20 years. She's a nurse too. Lots of nurses on this program. She said the contract companies are just trying to make that dollar. I know someone that failed the urine drug screening and the travel company told her to drink a lot of water and go take drug screening again. this is what happens. Listen, it's all about the almighty dollar. We've talked about this. That's coming from a nurse of many years. All right. Someone said, I live in California. Oh, I love your hair. I live in California, and one of my brother's ex-girlfriends went to school for an entire program. When it was time to obtain the degree, she couldn't obtain due to a previous felony, a waste of schooling. Ooh. Like I said, Tay was a better person when she first met her and had that nursing attitude, caring, loving, and now she's hateful. She is. It's really only a few people that they really only fuck with, and Miss Debbie. Yes, she's awesome. She was a some better person than she's turned out to be. Yes, some RNs we're getting 150 an hour. I'm telling you, they was making that wow when during COVID because there was a shortage. Those funky mink dry coats. They're both broke. The way Carmen run $230 something thousand because I imagine she must have it was 275. And I imagine she must have begged for like money in advance of, the actual full payout. So that's where that other money went because it said money was already paid to. 275 is not a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. It definitely doesn't make you rich, and it certainly doesn't make you wealthy. It doesn't qualify you or classify you as being wealthy. 275 is not a ton of money. I'm gonna just leave it at that. If for people, let me qualify. For people who are supposedly going and buying out the the Gucci stores, you know what I'm saying? Getting these fake teeth put in, which in my live interview I did with Carmen's dental office on this past Tuesday, Carmen just be lying about the amounts of money that this procedure costs and the actual way the procedure is done. I asked them about the black eyes, and she said, no, it's absolutely not common. She said it could happen, but it's not very common at all. So they just be lying. Probably, I mean, people have been saying that Tay was hitting her with that old 1-2, and I believe it. It's possible. Tay, y'all saw the way Tay was talking to her? Oh my God. So Carmen looked scared to talk. You know what I'm saying? She was looking scared as hell. I never seen that look from her before. And, Tay was on the phone popping mad shit. Like she was the bitch in charge or something. No, I didn't. I did not. What? Okay, girl. Calm down, you soft stud. Mushmouth Bill will say y'all didn't last a year. My hat's off to you for even giving her a minute of your time. They're starting from the bottom. They build their own foundation together. She never worked in a hospital. Yeah, they do. They're going to do something. My 18-year-old has more retirement than crooked. You don't care? Then get your ass out of here. What the fuck you doing in here? People be talking crazy, and then they be like, "Oh, Nandy said this to me," but what the fuck did you say to Nandy first? Like, I don't just go off on people for no reason. Like, you got to be talking crazy to me, either in my email or somewhere else. And yeah, I'm definitely, depending on the day, I'm going to match your energy. Like, don't come over here with that. This is not a support group for Carmen and Tay. This should be well established by now. They're always saying someone is jealous of Crook. It's good for it. Oh, please. Latanya, yes, all the time. I would never just quit working and be dependent on any woman. Yes, that's right, Stephanie. Keep your own stack. Especially if she was making 10 to 15K a week. Coach, where are those husbands? Baby, I'm working on it. You already know. Thanks for being a supporter, Roberta. Betty, to you, thank you for being a supporter too. Why is your hi Kim, the infamous truck scandal. Lord, that's going to cost her a small fortune. It is, because you can't be on here talking shit. It's plenty of people who said shit about me that was absolutely not even remotely fucking true. And I didn't hit them with a lawsuit. I easily could. I have the screenshots and everything. I can get back at people in a different way. Let me just put it like that. Yep, Thirsty Thursday. I just sent a like to someone to deep dive into her credentials. I just sent a like to someone to deep dive into her credentials. Crook thinks everybody wants her. Who the fuck wants her? If I was a lesbian, I would not be attracted to even one of those hoes. Not even close. So you're surprised in all what's going on with the chef? No, absolutely not. Stephanie, I watched that yesterday. What a mess. She claims she has insurance, just messy. Somebody said Cook left against medical advice. She did. That dental office. Oh yeah. Slandered my name over and over again. Yeah, she definitely did. Belinda, I'm not even gonna read your comment. I'm gonna just block you. This is not a supporter group for Carmen and Tay. So you just wasted your breath typing whatever the hell you type because I'm blocking you and I'm deleting the comment. All I saw is that you're in support of them. That's enough for me. Let's see. Nandy, find out where that truck is. That truck at the chop shop. That's what I said. Now, y'all, the truck said, we ain't about to get into the truck. Nobody stole that truck. The first thing, when I first heard about that truck, again, I just got back home last night. And when I was told about the truck yesterday, the first thing I said was, if the truck is insured, this is a setup from the get up. Like, you got two lifelong career criminals. Their whole life, they went hooking and crooking and scheming and scamming their entire life. And you think that they're being on the up and up about a stolen truck that they could get insurance money from? Come on, y'all. Come. Y'all know better. Took is a stud in disguise. You better fucking believe it. She's definitely a stud. Definitely. And two studs don't mix. Period. They don't work. So that's why they be having the friction that they having in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is Carmen? You the more masculine person in the relationship, or more dominant, I should say dominant, the more dominant person in the relationship, supposedly. Why is she yelling in your face like that and getting like she looked like she wanted to pop her in her damn mouth when she said, don't, she said it very gingerly and quietly, don't delete, why are you deleting? I'm not. I didn't. Like, who the fuck are you talking to like that? Okay. She could never do that with a New York stud. Yes, I believe that some of that money is in Rico's bank account. Rico's or Tae'S. Please, it ain't in Carmen's. She can't. Scam like everybody else. She's doing a scam like everyone else. Carmen got a PPP loan. Y'all know about the PPP loans? Now, when I first saw Tay on the scene, I'm not going to lie. I looked up Tay to see if she had gotten a PPP loan. And I also looked up Carmen. Carmen didn't come up. And that's because Carmen I looked in the state of Georgia. That's where she lives. But Carmen took out a PPP loan in the state of Florida. Bitch, you don't live in Florida. You don't have any businesses in Florida. Just lying. And got all that money from the PPP loan, the payment protection program. During COVID, the government was issuing all kinds of money, bailing businesses out, giving millions of dollars to, businesses who were hurting. And, anyone who was a small business owner up to a large, mid-sized business owner could just write their name down on a piece of paper. It didn't look at your credit at all. You had to put what kind of business you have, how many employees you have, how much revenue you've lost due to COVID, how much you were paying your employees, right? And it was an automatic approval. You can have Carmen has fucked up credit. So she got a PPP loan, which was a gift, not really a gift. It was they call it a loan and you had to pay it back, but you didn't have to go through the steps for a traditional loan for it at all. And lo and behold, who name popped up on there? Carmen Smith out of Florida. Y'all pop a lot of shit on your page and be talking to people real reckless, okay? And talking real big boy talk over there to be doing all the things that y'all are doing. I'm not understanding it. Carmen, what happened to the loan? That alone, they're cracking down on these people that got PPP loans and unemployment during COVID. They're getting y'all asses, all of you. Carmen lied and said she, her business suffered And first of all, Carmen, you have an online business. Your business should have been booming because everybody was home cooking their foods. That was your business. That was your business. You know what I'm saying? You should have did more business during COVID than you ever did in your life with all those people stuck at home, thinking of new food dishes to make. But she lied on her PPP loan application and she got like a lot of money from the government. A lot. She could not catch a boat if you hit her with it. A beat, yeah. I believe she is married and did tell boss and daughter, knowing she didn't get a prenup before they got married. Boss lady's not going to give her part of the business. They're definitely married. I believe Rico will be a host in his apartment. Yeah. Chef said on live, Tae got more money than her. Yeah, because Tae has all the money in her bank account from her. Tae's the one holding the money. But Tae, you better be careful because y'all married now and the government will come after your ass too. You ain't think about that, huh? Okay. Let's see. You're welcome, darling. The men she was riding with told her to keep them off camera. They made her stop going live in the car. Y'all remember when she was working that COVID contract, her last one. Upper dentures quoted at 32,000. That's a lie. The dental office that I had on yesterday in Cancun, one of the dentists, so nice and sweet, she gave us all the pricing and the breakdown for all of it. And no, upper dentures quoted at 32,000. Not even close. Not even close. Carmen just be lying. She want people to think she's bigger and better than she is. Tae beat her ass. Oh my. Maybe Tae, she made a lot of money during COVID and Tae upgraded the lifestyle. I really used to love Chef, but she got with the truck. She got with the hell. She got with the what? Why can't y'all write like you're like? Just look at it before you hit the send. I believe Carmen sleeps downstairs. I believe that too. Maybe she fell. Hello, everyone. Will someone please tell me why these two have taken to dressing alike? That's all Tae. Tae has been having Carmen, who traditionally buys men clothing like most studs do, men's shoes and all that. She's got her dressing like a whole pillow princess out here in these streets, baby. I mean, soft little sweatsuits and loafers and shit. Got a full-fledged pocketbook now. Tae turning her into a femme because Tae knows she's a soft stud, baby. And some days she's be acting like a hard stud. My husband had bruises, but not his eyes. He had some bruising on the jawline. Another thing Carmen tried to lie about and tell us, she lies all the time, that they took a bone out my face, and that they didn't take a damn bone out your face. They took tissue. So it's a bone graft where they remove bone tissue. I had it. I know. I had it in this plant over here. I have 2 implants, dental implants. Someone said, Stephanie, are we ever going to hear your side of the story? I've not heard it anywhere, but there has to be a reason why she can't keep a relationship. Stephanie, I'm glad to have you on the platform. I mean, we talked about this months ago before you talked with anyone else. You definitely reached out to me. And at the time, things weren't crazy as they are now, but I'm certainly open to it. Let me know. Coach, can you interview Stephanie? This is another question. I can. Again, it is something that we talked about many months ago when I first got on the scene. And I think at the time, Stephanie, you said that you had a partner and you weren't sure they were. You hadn't even started dropping any information about her on anyone's page or anywhere out there at the time that you had initially reached out to me. So you were kind of hesitant to divulge any information, really. So, but we're past that and beyond that now. So if you'd like to come on to the show, I'm happy to have you for sure. And it will be a free interview for people who are paid supporters. Let's see. Heckler and Jeckler think it's dressing alike. Yeah, they definitely dressing alike. She wasn't making 10 to 14K a week. That's what she said, Stephanie. She said that she was making, 10 to 14,000 a week, 10,000 a week. I know nurses again who worked through the pandemic, and they were making money now. They were making some money. But not no 14,000 a week. Come on. If Tay was making 14,000 a week during COVID and she did that for a couple of years, that bitch would be she'd have over a million. Like she would she have over a million? Yeah, basically she'd have over a million. She wouldn't have been interested in Carmen. Her whole interest in Carmen was securing a bag that she didn't know didn't even exist because Carmen doesn't have a business. She wasn't didn't have full ownership of the business when she met Tay in June, but Tay didn't know that. She didn't own that house that she was living in. Boss lady owned it. Tay didn't know that. What else? She didn't own the business completely. She didn't have the house. Oh, and she didn't know that the IRS was after her and all the government agencies and putting a chokehold on her for the money that she was making. And she didn't have access to, her Facebook payouts and all that kind of stuff. She didn't know that. What she thought was she was about to meet her a stud, because that's how Carmen was presenting herself at the time. That fake laugh, that fake stud laugh that she does. She thought that she was about to meet someone she could take full advantage of and quit her job and live the life of glamour, travel, glamour, luxury. I mean, they eat at 5-star restaurants damn near every night. And all of that. And she thought she actually had a real chef too. Carmen's not a chef. She's a cook. But Tay didn't know that at the time. She's like, damn, this is certified chef. She got the Michelin star and shit. She works, she got her own spice line. Damn, I know that's bringing in a few million a year. She got that nice old house out there. Damn, I could give up this house and move out there. We could have 2 houses. Tay was thinking like a hustler when she got with her because Carmen's. Come on, can we talk? Can we be real? And I'm not talking about all ugly people in the world. I'm talking about Carmen. Carmen's not a looker. You know what I'm saying? She's not a looker. She's not, I hate to say this, she's not very intelligent, right? Her conversation is very basic. It's like 5th grade conversation, 10-year-old level conversation. And I'm not saying that if you speak like that, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Carmen. What I'm saying is when Tay saw her, a person who supposedly is a nurse and credentialed and this and that, she saw an easy mark. That's all that I'm saying. Carmen has low self-esteem. She always has. She was talking about her esteem while her teeth were out. But Carmen's she's not a looker. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she get on here and she pops shit calling people ugly and this and that. But Carmen or dumb, you really need to slow down and pump your brakes on those types of you know what I'm saying? Like that type of wording about people because you definitely not a look at your damn self. And Tay knew this. And Tay knew she showed up in that little black dress and act like she was feminine and soft and coy, that Carmen would fall for it. And she did. Hook, line, and sinker. She got her ass wrapped around her finger, baby. Less than 2 weeks later, they were engaged. All right? They were engaged to be married. And just a couple short months after that, they were married. And they never told anyone. And they want y'all, not me, because I know better. They want y'all to think that they're not married, that they're just engaged, and so that you can pay $25 per person to watch, or 50. I think it's probably $50 per person to watch their virtual wedding, which they already got wed. They're already wedded. They've wed months ago. They were wed months ago. They're married. All right. So to try to scheme and scam y'all out of $50. To watch some wedding. I watched the engagement party, and it was bullshit. It was recorded on an Obama phone. Yeah, it was staticky and sketchy. It looked like one of those old black and white screen TVs, but with color in it. Like it was a lot of static. They cut it off a few times because of the music. You can't be on Facebook doing music, and or YouTube. And they charged $25 for that. They made over $200,000 for that wedding. And I was wondering why Carmen was telling people to, send the money to Tay and set it up on Tay page. At the time, I speculated about it, but I wasn't sure that any money that goes to Carmen from Facebook is on hold from the government, right? We know that now for sure. But at the time when she was saying, go buy the tickets from Tay page, you just post it over there, blah, 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 that Tay was getting the money because Tae's account is unencumbered. Okay, it doesn't have any issues on it that we all know about, right? So that was the reason for that. So, a lot going on with these two. A whole lot going on with these two. And I wouldn't give a damn about it because this is a lot going on with plenty of people on the internet, right? I wouldn't normally care, but because I did buy the spice seasonings, I did buy the lemonade. I did support. I sent them money for quite a few families. No, maybe not quite a couple families she was collecting money for and misappropriated the funds. And I watched her. I paid through my viewership as well, right? She made a lot of money off of me and everybody else that's been watching her over the years. So for her to start letting Tay delete a lot of us, me, I don't give a damn. But for her to allow Tay to be her administrator basically right off the bat, and Tay delete every comment that she saw, cussing people out, calling people MFers, and you know what I'm saying, retarded. Carmen used the R word the other day. Like, to be doing all of that, yeah, I got a dog in the fight because I helped to bring your ass to where you are. Me and many, many others to bring you to the level of success where you are. Only for Tay to come in and knock it all down by deleting people and degrading people and all that. Let's see. Stephanie said, "I'm in ICU. Oh wait, only ICU RNs, which I am, and ER RNs, which I also work, were making that much. Right? Not somebody out there giving COVID infusions. Let them know, Stephanie." Which, if you were giving COVID infusions, you probably saved some lives. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Tay. I thought Cook said yesterday that they're not going to televise the wedding. That's what she said. It'll be any opportunity they can make a dime, they're going to do because neither one of them has a job. Neither one of them. I'm glad I got away from that demonic spirit. Let's see. Sharon, I'm sorry, Miss Wakefield said Sharon Hunter. They're now saying they may go live or charge as they are undecided. If they charge, which I think they will recoup the money, they're going to charge. The same with that truck. You want to say Boss Lady stole the truck because she had the keys, and Stephanie, if that truck had any kind of insurance on it, that shit's in a chop shop right now. Definitely, it's in a chop shop or it's hidden away somewhere. You ain't smart. It's in the chop shop. That shit's chopped up into a million pieces. They done changed the vent on the windshield, all that. All right. Ain't no way in hell that truck got stolen out of a secure lot. She said in her lives that she wasn't an educated person. She didn't need to tell us. We knew that already. I should say not all nurses were making that much. That's right. Hi everyone. I'm new to your live. Hello. Hi, Latrice. Welcome. Remember, Crook got $239K. Yeah, she did get $239,000, but that's not a lot of money. Just leave it at that. It's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money. It's all relative, right? It's all relative. How much money is a lot or a little? It depends on what situation you're talking about. It's relative. So in Carmen's situation, where she's trying to buy the love and affection of someone, and it's working. Take them on buying out the Gucci store. All these dinners. Have y'all been out to dinner lately? That shit's not cheap. Steak and lobster every night. These expensive ass cocktails, they $20 a piece. That shit adds up. I'm trying to tell you. All the shopping sprees. You know, Carmen's a gambler. She's been to the casino like a few times. They stayed at a casino the other day. They were somewhere. Flying out the family to meet them in DC and buying the whole fam, treating everybody to dinner and basically trying to be the Dawn. You know what I'm saying? But no, you're Donna, not the Dawn. Okay. Let's see. Neither one of them will admit the relationship is a sham. They have an arrangement now. Carmen is insecure and Tay knows it. No, well, we know that it's a sham. I think Carmen, I don't know that Carmen knows that it's a sham. I know that Tay knows that she's a thespian. But yeah. Let's see. Carmen said everybody jealous. Nobody. We didn't want her before she met Tay. Who the fuck's jealous of you? Nobody. It's not even remotely true. I hate y'all. Oh my god. The new 2023 version of Predator? Yeah, no, that's how I read something that's absolutely outrageous. Predator is how she looks? Wow. Not Obama phone. Hell yeah. That virtual reality engagement party, it was definitely shot with an Obama phone and it died. You know, those Obama phones only come with a certain amount of minutes. They were down to like, they had about 26 minutes left on that Obama phone in my mind. And that engagement lasted for 27 minutes. So it cut off, or that's why it cut off like it did. There was no, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Chef Carmen here. Thank you so much for tuning into my live engagement party. I am super excited to be sharing the festivities with you all. None of that. And at the end, hey, it's me, Chef Carmen again. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate your viewership. This was a great party. I hope you enjoyed it. All right. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye. None of that. All right. All we got was a shot of the dirty ass bingo hall where they had their engagement party at with that dirty ass carpet. And the most memorable thing was when Tae threw a fit because her food was touching. Did y'all catch that? I caught that. Man brings out her plate, put it on the table. The food's touching and Tae's pissed. She has a fit, low hissy fit. And Carmen gets up like, hey man, can you, in my mind, this is how the conversation went. In my mind. We all saw, but in my mind. This Tae, she sits down to the table. Why the fuck is my rice pilaf touching my green beans? You know I fucking don't like that. Why the fuck would you do this to me? This is devastating. You know what? I'm about to be done with this relationship because I told you so many fucking times I don't like my food touching. What the fuck is wrong? You can't understand that? Damn, you dumb. Get that nigga out here and get me another plate. Get my food fixed up. We saw her have a little meltdown about it. And then we saw Carmen talking to the man. I don't know what she said, but in my mind, this is how the conversation went. Hey, man, what's up, y'all? Listen, I got this bitch over here at the table. She real high maintenance. And, she don't like her food touching. I mean, and he was like, what? What kind of bitch is that? She's mixed. She's an exotic bird. She ain't really black. She told me she was mixed. I ain't never seen no evidence of it because I saw her beat a beast the other night when she got out the shower. Anyway, man, I digress. Listen, can you bring me another plate out? Because this bitch I'm going to leave this bitch right here at this bingo hall. In my mind, that's how the conversation went. Then we see the man come out and bring her another plate and puts the plate down and, meticulously arranges the food on the plate. Like, get the fuck out of here, Tae. So much you don't like your food touching. When you were in those so-called little videos and shit, when you were so-called working, you were eating food that was touching, that to the best of my memory. When did this all start? Because I'm not buying it. It's more like, something, just to get Carmen to jump through an extra hoop or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or take care of whatever it may be. I wasn't buying it at all. So that's what I remember most from the part. That's what I remember most, okay? From that and the grinding on the wall that Carmen was doing. Carmen have y'all seen the movie Us? Maybe we should have a movie matinee in our private lounge. We're gonna do, what's today? Thursday? Saturday. I want to set it up so we do a movie matinee on Saturday. This coming Saturday, I'll set it up. I'm gonna buy the movie Us. I think I already own it on Amazon. I'm gonna get Us. I'm gonna set up a Zoom. And I'm going to connect the accounts, and I'm going to have we're going to have a little movie matinee and watch it. Carmen reminds me of the people on Us. Did y'all see that? When those people underground, they were tethered to the people above ground, so they really didn't have a soul. You know what I'm saying? And Lupita was, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but Carmen, when she dances, she reminds me of that movie because when Lupita was in the car with her kids driving to the beach, she was snapping off beat, to the music, telling her kids, Carmen reminds me of a what do they call them? A tethered, from under the ground. She has no rhythm whatsoever at all. Nobody wants Cook's old crotchety ass. Well, Victoria, whatever your name is, you wondering what up with them? You can wonder on the outside of this club, all right? Because this is not a supporter group for them. So you have a good day. Crooks grinding on her was hilarious. Do it public, please. I could watch the movie. Nandy, you got me hollering. They really think they do think they're celebrities because they said it when they were selling those $25 virtual engagement tickets to the bingo hall again. They made an announcement. They were like, first of all, I'm the one who was selling the $5 tickets in case all of you never got that memo, because I felt like what they were doing was bullshit. You charging people for an event. All right, I'm gonna charge people $5. It was actually like $4.99. And I even gave you like $1 off. I created a coupon code in the system and everything. And I gave you $1 off, so it was like $4 or something like that. And I did it just to fuck with them. It had nothing to do with the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have made it $15. That still would have been less than their $25. And I was going to have a virtual watch party. For everybody who paid the $4 or $5. And if you're on here, you bought one of them tickets, you let everybody know I gave your money back. All right. Fuck what they be saying about me. That shit don't mean anything. What have I done that you all know that I did? For you, wish you, to you, whatever. That's how you know what's up with a person. Created those tickets and they were pissed, y'all. Y'all saw we celebrities. Y'all pay for your own. This is Carmen and Tay in the background, like, yeah, bitch. Carmen's like, y'all pay for Jay-Z and Beyonce. Y'all pay for Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is before she had the teeth in. You know what I'm saying? They celebrities. You pay for your favorite celebrities. Why can't y'all pay for? Why y'all got a problem paying for us? Because you're not a celebrity. You want to be a celebrity, but you don't want everything that comes with it, like the scrutiny, the criticism, you know what I'm saying? The shit talk about you and your girl. That's how we do all celebrities. You're a celebrity. Why are you crying like a pillow princess every time about something that doesn't sit well with you? Come on. Let's see. I'm biracial, like for real, not for play. Not for play. And I'm a registered nurse. Maybe Cook Carmen thought she found another Stephanie. Oh, hey, let me drink my ginger ale on that one. Y'all like my mug? I'm classy, but I will get in that assy. Lots of different sayings. Go to the find the link. The link's posted somewhere. I'll post it somewhere else. Y'all go get a mug. It says teammates on this side. I have our logo on this side, and then I'm classy, but I'll get in your assy. I will get in the assy on this side, and a bunch of other sayings on the mugs on the website. It's been out there for a couple of weeks now. T-shirts, mugs, mouse pads, little cozies to put your soda can in and stuff like that with different sayings on it. She had a big pile of food touching this morning. Oh, really? Well, yesterday she had crabs on the prime rib. Took grinding on her was so outrageous. Yeah, I agree. Did you hear about the fake nursing? You must have just signed on, Latanya. We talked. That's the whole point of this live, was to go on and talk about the fake nursing licensing scandal that's going on. Let's see. So I'm going to leave this video up so y'all can watch it if you caught it on the end, but it'll only be up on YouTube, not on Facebook. And it'll definitely be up in our private lounge, of course. I'm going to leave it up in there too. If you're a supporter, you have access to a private lounge. I need that mug. Yeah. Go on and get it now. Let me pin the link. What else y'all saying on here? It's gotta go. It's almost Bible study. I've gotta go. Cindy, ride on out. That's funny. Stephanie, I didn't see your comment because there's so many comments. The people want you to come on the show and you know what I'm saying? Talk your talk. Talk what you know. Now is a great time to do it since she's talking all this shit. Juan Garcia, what the hell you doing up in here? I haven't seen you, boy, in at least 3 weeks. Where you been? You've been fraternizing with the enemy. What's happening right now? I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you were in Facebook jail. How do Stephanie and Boss Lady even know where Rico stay to even steal it? She said, Carmen said they have people working for them. They have people. Like she's in the mob or some shit. That's how she's treating Boss Lady. Like Boss Lady's in the mob. Like she's a mobster. Like she's a gangster or some shit. She has people working for her. She could do it. I mean, what I know of Boss Lady, she's a very sweet lady. Very kind. Don't fuck with it though. Cook also said a couple months ago on her live that the truck was in storage. Right. Please. Yeah, Stephanie, if you want to come on, definitely let me know. I'm in the mafia. Yeah, you're a mafia. You ain't know that? You're a mobster. You and Boss Lady. Y'all both are part of the mob scene. You ain't know that? Everybody know that. Let's see. She stole the truck herself. Betty Bab said, I signed up to become a teammate supporter. Can you check out for me when you have the time? I'm not going to remember that after I get off of here. You're going to have to send me a message to my inbox, as I say on every live. Send me a message. I promise I read all of my messages and I can't read them all the same day because when you're doing these platforms, you get a lot of messages from people. A lot of it is very good information because I don't have time to be on a lot of these platforms or any of them really. So, yeah. Let's see. Share with the Facebook streets. No, I'm not doing that. Hello, cousin. I messaged you. Oh, hi. I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Nancy, you have to sign up on your laptop or computer. That's a YouTube rule. It's not me. I'd let you sign up wherever. You have to be on. I only figured this out because I was helping a senior last week get set up, right? She was like, I can't find a join button. So I shared my screen with her and I showed her where to go. And then we found out that she has to do it on her desktop or you can't use a cell phone to sign up is what I'm saying. I don't know why, but that is the way that it is. So, were you able to go to Costco today to get your body armor beverage? Not yet. I probably won't go today. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. Let's see. Damn, you can't trust the preachers, doctor, police, now nurses. Wow. Trust my God. Answer the problem. Were they giving out fake diplomas or fake licenses? Both. Fake diplomas, nursing degrees, and fake transcripts to go along with them. Oh, yes, it was in it deep. All right, listen, y'all. I hate to run. It's a lot of people on this live between Facebook and YouTube. And then also it looks like people are on in our members only lounge too. So they're watching from there. Tay and Chef Carmen, 200. Yeah, a lot of y'all are in here. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in and wanting to hear what my 2 cents was on this fake ass nursing licensing scandal. I've shared some great nuggets with you all as it pertains to Tae'S education, right down to the year she was going to school, all through 2015, all the way up to 2019. 2005. She started in 2005 and ended in 2019, but she got her nursing, but Florida gave her nursing license in 2018, a year before she graduated from college in 2019. That's the kind of shit that I like to bring to you guys' attention. When you have people like Carmen and Tae always popping shit, celebrating when somebody lose their job, popping all kind of shit. Like, yeah, you need to make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And Carmen, you with that PPP loan, that alone is at least 15 years in the pen. Like, they definitely sanctioning people for that. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. If you have not joined yet, then it's super easy to do. You just go to YouTube and you have to do it from a desktop or a laptop. I don't know why. I kind of know why, because whoever the developer is, they just didn't include the smartphone layout for subscriptions. So, but that's okay. It's super easy to do. You just go on to, in fact, I'll share my screen with you real quick. Let me see. I'll show you because the button is like white and you can barely see it. It's utterly ridiculous. Hold on. Not every page has it, but ours definitely do. Let me see. Let me log out and then find our page. Should be right here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys really, really quickly and show you what I'm talking about. Because a lot of y'all are in my inbox a lot asking about this. And I understand the confusion because you're like, do I sign up on Facebook or YouTube? So I understand completely. So I'm sharing my screen with you guys. So these are, this is just like if you go to YouTube, I'm not signed in. As you can see here, I'm signed out because it won't let me show you what you need to see if you are, if I'm logged into my account. So you go find our page, which you can, when you go to YouTube, you can just go up. You know how to access our page on YouTube. It's super easy to do. You just put our name in. Just put the @ and then you can do that. That's how you can find us here. And then always look for our logo, which is right here. All right. This is our logo. This is how you know you're in the right place. It doesn't matter how Here's some of our videos, but click on our logo. That'll take you to our homepage. Okay. And then you click on join, which is right here. So it'll tell you how many subscribers we have. Click on join. And when you click on join, it'll say you have to sign in to join. All right. And I'm not going to sign in to join right now at this time. But what I can say is that if you sign in, you can join. You won't have any problems whatsoever at all becoming a member. It's like less than 2 minutes it takes. Did I see Alba in here just now? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Are you still on my YouTube one? No. So it's super easy to do. And I definitely appreciate the support. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate you all tuning in because, I mean, you could easily go anywhere and, get your tea, your gossip, your news. But you guys, y'all seem to love it here. So I appreciate all of you. Did Tae'S mom go live yet? Yes, that was yesterday. The join button is black on my phone. I just can't join right now. We had a major tornado. Okay, I understand. When you can, that's fine. I understand completely. Hi, Alva. It's because Google don't want to pay Apple. You can do it from an Android. Is that right? It's probably right. Hi, Nandy. I did it from my phone. Okay. You have an iPhone. You have an Apple, I think, right, Latanya? Hi, Coach. I'm a super supporter, and I still can't get into lounge. Christina, send me a message, please. All right. I want you to be in the lounge. The more, the merrier. It's a lot. It's quite a few people who are members and supporters who are not in the lounge, and every day some of y'all trickle in. But you have to send me a message on YouTube, on Facebook. If you're on here right now and you know that you are a supporter, you purchase a member. Please send me a message on Facebook. I'm not going to be able to reach out to you. I don't have any way to do that. Like YouTube doesn't provide me with your email address, right? So you need to reach out to me on Facebook. Send me a message, say, hey, I am a supporter, and I will go and verify it before I let you in. And I will look it up in a couple of different places, and then I'll let you in. And then you have access to all kinds of stuff in the lounge. You have an iPhone. Okay, maybe it's the Android that's the problem. All right, guys, listen, I appreciate all of your time, definitely. Someone said that the ex is upset and bitter. I doubt it. Love you, Coach. Thank you. I love you too, definitely. Okay, listen, I will catch you all tonight. We have a show. I don't remember the schedule, but I know that you all remember it. Let me see if I can see it on here. This Auntie's man, in case y'all haven't seen him. This Tae'S mom's man, honey. She said, I ain't got time to be worried about y'all. Like, this man keeps me sane. I said, all right now. Here we go. Today's Thursday. We'll be on tonight at 10, from 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. All right. If you're a member, then you will be, that's the time that we go on. This is our new schedule. All right. Thank you all so much. If you've been duped or scammed by Carmen or Tae, or you have anything useful that you think would be that the people would want to hear about or know about, if you've been involved with either of them, platonically or romantically, and you just feel like, telling the world about their bullshit, definitely reach out to me. You can find me right here on Facebook, or you can find me on YouTube under both names. You can just search for teammates and a hyphen between T and mates. All right. I appreciate you guys' time. I will talk to the members and supporters tonight in the private lounge. I'll see you soon. Bye.